Meghan's close pal lends private jet and huge mansion creating awkward moment. Meghan Markle has been friends with Victoria Jackson for years, and the incredible makeup entrepreneur has reportedly been letting the Sussexes stay in her luxury homes for free, leading to an award moment recently. A wealthy cosmetics mogul has been generously allowing Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to stay at her lavish properties for free, which reportedly make their own residence look like a prison. Cosmetics tycoon Victoria Jackson and her husband Bill Guthrie, helped to launch makeup brands by Cindy Crawford and Jennifer Lopez, are neighbors of Harry and Meghan, and Victoria is said to be helping out the couple by lending them her private jet for travel, as well as access to their homes. Meghan has described Victoria as her safe harbor, a term that now carries greater weight given Meghan's ties with the entrepreneur. Victoria is an incredible businesswoman, known as the Queen of Cosmetics, with homes across America, which the couple have stayed at. It was allegedly Victoria's incredible New York house where Meghan was announced, to one other person in her Harper's Bazaar interview, an awkward moment that went left people in stitches on social media. In the chat, which saw her pose makeup-free on the cover, the Duchess of Sussex spoke candidly about her life in Montecito, reflecting on everything from parenthood and marriage to making mistakes in the public eye. However, writer Caitlin Greenidge picked up on a gesture straight out of palace traditions during her second meeting with Meghan at the house. Painting the scene, Caitlin described how Meghan, 44, was formally announced as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex ahead of their meeting. Even thought they were the only two people in the building. In her piece for Harper's Bazaar, Caitlin wrote, "When I enter, the house manager announces, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, even though we appear to be the only other two people in the house." It was reportedly also the house the pair stayed in when they were chased by paparazzi. They have been staying there for years. They always stay at Jackson's houses, a source told the Mail. Meghan celebrated her 41st birthday at Victoria's ranch close to Santa Barbara, California, and reportedly feels at home at the businesswoman's estates. The couple also regularly used Jackson's sprawling 14-bedroom Beverly Hills residence, which was originally constructed for silent cinema icon Buster Keaton, as their accommodation, sources claim. Featuring a 50-feet lounge, 60-feet swimming pool, accommodation for staff and an olive tree-lined entrance, it's vastly different from the Sussexes' Montecito property. An insider revealed, Victoria's houses make their place in Montecito look like a prison or a beach shack. It suits them for security. The houses are unbelievable, and they don't have to pay at all, which is also appealing. After growing up with a mother who was too young to have a child and an alcoholic stepfather, Victoria has previously told how she survived a sexual assault where she was stabbed in her own bedroom by serial rapist who was later convicted of multiple crimes. Speaking to People magazine, she said, "I never went back in me room again. I could have let that be a defining moment where I never got off the floor again. Or I could go, okay, that is really horrible and I am going to do work to help me get to the other side. It's always going to be there, but how can I move through it?" After leaving school without a high school diploma, she started mixing concoctions in her garage, which led to a scholarship in 1976. Within a decade, she created her own foundation and founded Victoria Jackson Cosmetics, which focused on bare-faced makeup. She sold $1 million of cosmetics in the first week of working at QVC, before eventually generating $1 billion in sales. Victoria previously appeared on Meghan's podcast Archetypes, where she revealed the trauma of her daughter Allie being diagnosed with an autoimmune disease known as neuromyelitis optica. It prompted her and husband Bill to start Guthrie Jackson Charitable Foundation to champion basic scientific research to find new treatments and ultimately a cure for NMO. Doctors warned her Allie would only live 4 years, but she is now 31. Victoria said, "It's sort of like every parent's worst nightmare all of a sudden. You have a child who hasn't even been sick, you know? One day we're out and about, and she starts telling me she has an eyeball headache and she's starting to lose some vision. And I just think she has an eye infection and, well, go to the eye doctor tomorrow. Here, take Tylenol, you'll be okay." And that kind of very long horrible week from finding out that it wasn't an eye infection, but an optic neuritis, which was an inflammation of her optic nerve, and going to see the neurologist and finding out after a blood test, for what would be a rare disease Thatch ultimately has. And they tell me that she has 4 years to live. The lack of research into the disease prompted Victoria and her husband, Bill Guthey, to start Guthey-Jackson Charitable Foundation to champion basic scientific research to find new treatments and ultimately a cure for NMO. Victoria said, "Immediately in that moment, my life changed and I went, as I say, from mascara to medicine, and I got myself to the Mayo Clinic and I met the only doctor at the time who was doing any research, which they said, was this very rare disease. So anyway, he was doing some research and I said, hey, you don't know me, but I've a lot of cosmetics and I make lip gloss. I can cure this." Since then, new research has led to 3 approved treatments for the disease, with the couple contributing more than $80 million to the charity.